The faintest light trickles through the heavy curtains, as if the sun itself is reluctant to illuminate the room. The air is cold, too still, and the sound of silence presses in on every corner. Your eyes flutter open, the haze of sleep still, clinging to your mind. As fragments of this foreign world, this life not chosen, begin to form around you. The deep, velvet folds of your gown shift against your skin with a rustling sound that feels unnatural, a stark contrast to the simple fabrics you once wore. The fabric clings to your body as if it were a living thing, its weight both comforting and suffocating in the same breath. The smell of lavender and dust fills your nose, mingling with the faint echo of your heart, quickening in a familiar rhythm, yet it is not the heartbeat of the life you once knew. Your gaze falls upon the vanity, its mirror clouded with the fog of age. Your reflection stares back at you, a stranger's face, framed by the delicate lace of your gown, the fine fabric whispering of wealth you never dreamed of possessing. The golden rings on your fingers seem too heavy, too bright against your skin. You reach up and touch your face, tracing the contours, searching for something you recognize, but there is nothing, only the overwhelming weight of a life thrust upon you. You are no longer the daughter of modest means, no longer the girl who once found solace in the simplicity of family and home. You are $dollar princess asterisk, a symbol of a new world where the old ways of nobility are no longer enough to hold power. You are the child of American wealth, a pawn in the hands of those who would use you to rise, and with this inheritance comes not freedom, but a caged gilded prison that promises riches, yet demands silence and obedience. The wealth, the title, it all carries a price, one that will haunt you with every step you take on the marble floors of this foreign castle. The sound of a door creaks open, a soft whisper of fabric brushing against the stone floors, and the housekeeper enters. She calls your name, the sound foreign to your ears, and you turn slowly. Her eyes are polite, but there is something colder beneath them, something distant, as if you are a shadow passing through her life, here only by the will of another. Your heart beats faster as you rise, the soft silk of the gown rustling as it falls around you. The weight of it feels like the weight of a world pressing in on you, and with each movement, you feel the chains that now bind you unseen, yet unbreakable. Descending the grand staircase, you step into the hall, and the noise of your footsteps echoes around you, filling the cavernous space. The house is beautiful, so beautiful it almost hurts. The walls are lined with tapestries that tell tales of knights and kings, of battles fought and lands conquered. But these stories, these legends, they are not your own. They belong to a world that was never yours to inherit, and yet here you are, a living symbol of that inheritance. At the foot of the stairs, you stop. There, waiting for you, is the man you are to marry. His presence feels as heavy as the tapestries that line the walls. His gaze meets yours, and in his eyes, you see nothing. No warmth, no kindness, only the cold, calculating stare of a man who sees you as a means to an end. He bows politely, his words smooth, rehearsed, but there is something in the curve of his lips, a slight tension in his jaw that tells you more than his polished courtesy ever could. He does not look at you as a person, but as an object, something to be owned, controlled. You are nothing more than a piece in a game of power, a pawn to be moved across a chessboard of wealth and title. You take his hand, the warmth of his touch a sharp contrast to the chill that runs through your veins. For a moment, you wonder if you will ever truly know this man, or if you will spend your life trapped in the silence of a marriage that is not of love, but of duty. This union was not born of affection or mutual respect, it was born of necessity, of a world that places value on land and titles more than it does on the soul of the person who holds them. As the ceremony approaches, the weight of your new life presses in on you. The promises of wealth and comfort that once seemed so alluring now feel like chains, the heavy jewels around your neck like shackles. You can hear the whispers of the servants, the quiet hum of anticipation that fills the air as the estate prepares for your wedding day. It is not a day of joy for you, it is the finality of a choice made long before your birth, long before you ever had a say in the matter. Your life is no longer your own, and the realization of that truth is like a stone sinking into the pit of your stomach. But it is not only your life that has been changed by this union. It is the very fabric of the world around you that shifts. You stand at the crossroads of two worlds: the old world of British nobility, with its rigid traditions and customs, and the new world of American money, where power is bought and sold like any other commodity. And you, caught between them, are the bridge. You are the symbol of a new order, an uneasy alliance between wealth and blood, between the old and the new. It is a place of power? Yes, but also of isolation. As you stand there, in the cold embrace of this foreign life, you wonder if it was worth it. Was the price of wealth worth the loss of freedom? Was the title worth the cost of your soul? The question lingers, unanswered, as the doors to the chapel swing open before you. The time has come to walk down the aisle, to take your place in a world that is not yours. The question remains, suspended in the silence of your heart. As you step into the unknown, and as you take that first step, you cannot help but wonder what lies ahead, what price you will pay for the life that has been handed to you. The sound of your footsteps echoes in the hollow hall, and with it comes the realization that you are no longer just a daughter of America. You are $dollar princess and this is your world now. The fog thickens outside, its fingers creeping through the narrow streets, veiling the world in a quiet, oppressive stillness. The sounds of London, once familiar, are now distant echoes, muffled and faint. It is a morning like any other in this city. But for you, it is the beginning of a new life, one you did not choose, one you can never undo. The soft flicker of candlelight dances on the walls of your chamber, and the smell of burnt wax fills your lungs. It is a scent that clings to the air, heavy with the weight of both history and new beginnings. The distant sound of a bell tolling from a chapel tower punctuates the silence, a reminder of time marching on, indifferent to your inner turmoil. You stare at the crystal chandelier hanging above, its prisms scattering light in fractured shards across the room, as if trying to reflect the broken pieces of your former self. You rise from the bed, your limbs heavy with the exhaustion of a life lived under someone else's design. The mirror before you shows a woman you do not recognize, a reflection of delicate skin, adorned with rings that gleam in the dim light. These rings, symbols of wealth and status, belong to a world far removed from the one you once knew. The woman who stares back at you is not the daughter of modest means, the girl who once found solace in the simple pleasures of a life without expectation. No, she is a $dollar princess born not from love, but from a contract that traded one life for another. As you turn away from the mirror, the reality of your new world presses in on you like the very air around you. Through the window, the streets of London unfold, a canvas of opulence and poverty, side by side. The cobbled roads, lined with the faceless masses, seem alien now, foreign to your senses. Where once you saw the grim faces of beggars, now you see only a reflection of what you have become. The contrast is jarring. The life you once lived, the people you once knew, are now little more than memories, fading in the distance, swallowed by the towering facades of wealth that surround you. You are trapped in a gilded cage, a creation of someone else's ambition. The marriage that awaits you was not forged in the fires of love, but in the cold calculations of a world where power is everything and love is a distant, forgotten luxury. Your new family, bound by the riches of an American fortune, holds you not as a daughter, but as a pawn in their game. Their expectations are not of who you are, but who you must become to fit into the role they have assigned to you. The walls of this mansion, these ornate chambers filled with silence and grandeur, press in on you. You are but a symbol of an uneasy alliance, an American fortune entwined with an old European title. And as the days pass, as the wedding draws nearer, you feel the weight of this new life bear down on you. In this world, appearances are everything, and your true self is nothing more than a distant whisper. Your every move, every gesture, is watched and weighed, measured against the expectations of a society that cares little for your heart and soul. You wonder, then, as you stand in this grand room, staring at the life that has been thrust upon you, what is freedom when you are bound by so many invisible chains? What is happiness when everything you have is not a gift, but a price? You can buy anything: luxury, comfort, power, but what good are these things when they cannot purchase the one thing you long for the most, your own happiness, your own choice? A sense of deep unease settles in your chest. The question haunting you with each passing hour: was this price worth the cost? The marriage you are about to enter will grant you everything you could have ever dreamed of in material wealth, but in exchange, it will strip you of the one thing you held dear: your agency, your voice, your heart. As you move through the cold halls, your footsteps echo against the marble, each step a reminder of how far you've come and how far you've lost. The marriage awaits. The title, the wealth, it all lies ahead, just within reach, but the cost, that is yet to be fully known. You pause, your gaze drifting back to the window. The fog still lingers, thick and heavy, obscuring the streets below. The world outside is both closer and farther than it has ever been, and somewhere, deep within you, the question remains: what is freedom worth when you can buy everything, but never your own happiness? The bell tolls again, a distant reminder of the hour slipping away. And as the day beckons, you take a final breath, preparing to step into the life that awaits, wondering, for the first time, if it is a life you can ever truly claim as your own. The room stirs with the scent of fresh linen, the fabric cool against your skin as you slowly awaken from a night haunted by restless thoughts. The sun, still low in the sky, casts only a faint, muted light through the ornate curtains, revealing the expanse of a mansion so grand, it feels like an illusion. Every surface, every corner is bathed in the soft gleam of wealth: the polished wood beneath your feet, the tapestries that line the walls, the delicate furnishings that speak of a history far older than your own. And yet, it is your name that now echoes within these walls, a name that once belonged to humble beginnings, but now carries the weight of a financial transaction that has irrevocably altered everything you once knew. You are no longer the girl you were, but $$ princess asterisk, a daughter of American fortune, thrust into the glittering, cold world of European aristocracy. The marriage that brought you here was not born of passion or love, but of necessity and arrangement woven into the fabric of high society long before you ever had a say in it. Your life, now bound by gold and titles, is one of silent negotiations, of carefully chosen gestures and carefully avoided glances. Every movement carries with it the weight of untold expectations. Your body, once free and unrestrained, now carries the chains of wealth, chains that offer security, but also erase your freedom, your individuality. As the days unfold, the inevitability of your fate presses against you like the very walls of this mansion. You watch as the hours slip by, each one filled with an increasing sense of reluctance. The grand ballrooms, where you will dance and smile, are nothing more than gilded prisons, their beauty hollow and fleeting. The lavish dinners, with their long tables filled with food and wine, offer no warmth, only an empty formality. And your soon-to-be husband, standing at the center of it all, his smile as cold as the marble floors beneath your feet, offers no comfort. His eyes, when they meet yours, do not see you as a woman, but as a means to an end, a way to secure his place in a world that revolves around wealth and titles. In those rare, fleeting moments when you are alone with your thoughts, you feel the weight of it all, the weight of the life that is no longer yours to command. The dreams you once held close of autonomy, of love, of a life chosen for yourself seem to fade into the backdrop of silk and pearls. They are no more than distant memories now, barely remembered, like the echo of a voice long lost. The promises you once made to yourself, the hopes for a future shaped by your own choices, have crumbled beneath the reality of the marriage that has been arranged for you. When you gaze into the mirror, you do not recognize the woman who stares back at you. Her face is soft, her eyes too vacant, as if she has already surrendered. And in the reflection, you see the truth that was once hidden behind the illusions of wealth and titles. The marriage you are about to enter is not just a union of love or wealth, it is a battleground. You are both the prize and the casualty. Every step forward pulls you deeper into the game, a game you never wanted to play, where the stakes are high and the consequences irreversible. You are not merely a participant, you are the pawn, the one to be moved at will. And with each passing day, as the marriage looms ever closer, you begin to wonder if you will ever find your way out, or if this life, this gilded cage, will be your world forever. The first time you meet your soon-to-be husband in the quiet of the library, you can feel at a palpable distance between you, as if you are already worlds apart, even before you've taken your vows. The way he looks at you is not with affection, but with calculation. His words are polite, but they carry a weight that is not of love. You, the daughter of an American fortune, are no more than a transaction, his entry into a higher social stratum, his ticket to a life of comfort and status. And you are the price, the cost of his ascent. You turn away, your heart heavy with the realization of what lies ahead. You are being sold into a world where love is secondary, and survival depends on your ability to adapt, to become someone you were never meant to be. This marriage, this union, is not a celebration, it is a war, one that has already been won before the battle has even begun. And in the heart of this battle, you are both the victor and the vanquished, caught in a web of wealth, power, and unspoken promises. The grand ballroom awaits, and as you prepare for what is to come, you know one thing for certain: this life, this world of opulence and grandeur, is no longer yours. You have been given a role to play, and whether you want it or not, you must play it well. The life you once dreamed of is gone, replaced by a new identity, one forged in the fires of wealth and power. But as you step into the room, your heart whispers a question you may never have the chance to answer. What is freedom when all you have ever known is a cage made of gold?